We're ready.
Okay, we will open this meeting of February 8th, 2012. Today is February 8th, right? 7th? Sorry, February 7th, 2012. Time being 1:40. Let the records be show that Selectman Boudreau is not present. So our agenda is the agreement for the auctioneer services. Okay. Disagreement on this 9th day of February. Are we setting, the minimum price, okay. Commission.
Now, is this taking into account that the auction probably won't be until spring?
March 31st.
Yes, we have the interest rate calculated through March 31st.
Okay.
What figure does that was?
Didn't they,
Excluding auctioneer fees.
Excluding our expenses, just the total interest and penalty owed to the town through March 31st is $95,069.79.
What expenses?
The other expenses, I have estimated, would bring us to $98,423.40.
Okay, so it would still be under the total amount here.
Well, I have a call to Scott McGuffin to tell me how much it would cost to do the purchase and sale, the closing documents. I don't know if you want him to be at the auction.
It was recommended that he be there.
I would love, my opinion is that he should be there.
Right, I agree.
What does that cost us? What does he provide for us?
It goes into the-
costs are would be added to this number.
What was,
Even at a minimum of, even at $1,500, what if we only sell it for $100,000? That doesn't cover all.
No,
He gets, I think, $150 an hour, is it? It's 146, something like that.
Yeah, okay, but even so, at the $98,000 number, with his fee included, if we only sell it for $100,000, we're on the hook for some of the excess.
Well, that's exactly why she's going to check with them ahead of time.
Plus the auctioneer.
we're not going to
Yeah, but the
pay.
auctioneer, his comes from the proceeds.
Proceeds,
If it only
right.
sells for $100,000, those are the proceeds.
Yeah,
Right,
It has
we
to
can
go
re-
for more than that.
we can refuse.
We can refuse that.
yes, we can
Our
reduce it.
floor is $100,000.
I would much rather see it at 105 and give ourselves a wiggle room.
Yeah, but we wouldn't be keeping anything over what we didn't need anyway.
I understand that, but
We have-
that gives us some wiggle room.
We can't wiggle. We can only have our costs. And
But if we
those
sell
costs
it
are
for-
specific.
If we sell it for $100,000 and it costs us in excess of that, it comes out of the town.
But this is why we need to know these costs before we advertise this. We have to know these costs. And I know what you're saying, if we've got one that we just can't find out, we got to estimate it.
Well, that's what I estimated 1,500.
I agree. I think,
You want to estimate 2,000?
I think that you should give an estimate that is a comfortable estimate, that we're not going to fall short of that, and particularly with legal fees. If you have an open house, if you have anything to do with that he's there, and we're going to expend monies on that account.
You know what? Forget what I just said.
Okay.
We can sell it for whatever we want.
Yeah.
Because the extra, we just don't take.
That's
It goes
correct.
to somebody else.
That's correct.
So you're
I
right.
just want to make
You're
sure we're
absolutely
covered.
right.
I just want to make sure we're covered.
We can say, anybody know who I am?
I do now. I'm just
can-
concerned that we cover all of our costs so it
Yeah.
doesn't come out of our
We can
part.
tell him minimum of 120, 150. Yeah, You're right, you're absolutely right.
I don't want to put it up too high. I just want to
No,
get
but we
our
can-
share,
yeah.
which is $100 to $101 or $2,000, maybe depending.
I think it's going to be around that 101, 102, so you're at 98 now, Joyce, right, so it's without the fees?
But have you included the cost of the advertising?
No.
What I have
$1,000 worth of it is
I
already
put in
included.
4 months of electric bills. I have January's, I just haven't added it. Into 7344. Legal fees for purchase and sale, closing documents, attendance at the auction, etc. 10 hours times 150 an hour. Auctioneer advertising, because according to what his proposal was, we have to give him that up front.
Right.
And then our back taxes, interests, and penalties, which is a firm figure of $95,069.79, brought me up to $98,423.40.
So 100,000 is kind of, sort of, right?
I would.
gives us a
Did you
little-
put your time in it? The cost of your time, we need to.
Kind of. Even if we don't list it specifically, I mean, it costs us some money.
Falls under that 15% assessment penalty. Are going over and above.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's
Okay.
true.
I mean, that's more than the taxes.
That's true, it is. 55 grand.
Yeah, 55
Okay.
grand versus the 40,000.
I agree.
So, while we're talking about this price, we should come back to it, because I have a question on the advertising. In here, it's only $1,000, and then anything else above that, we pay. Well, you know, what's an ad in the Citizen? A couple $100.
That was my question.
So once you get to, you get
An ad in the
1, 2,
Boston Globe is
3,
300 or 400.
4, just those 4 papers, you're done with advertising
I have
at
a
$1,000.
$1,000 amount budgeted to cover the cost
I-
of the
I
advertising.
mean, one of the other guy that,
It's $2,500, and that was
last guy,
adequate.
yeah.
So
And it-
let's go to 105.
I-
I mean, realistically,
I think that we should go with $2,500
So don't I.
in the advertising, because we really do want to advertise in the Boston Globe,
yeah.
because, and that's $300-400,
Right.
and we're going to recoup that money
Sunday,
back.
on the Sunday
But here's the
paper,
thing,
so-
the auctioneer, yeah,
It's 1,000.
right.
Right,
So we would
we
pay.
go,
We would pay the 15.
15, correct.
So our budget for advertising, you're going to add, what, 15?
Right,
Plus his commission.
right.
So if we go to 105, that's not onerous on any level for this property. We're covered, we got a little wiggle room in case something comes up.
And if we don't need it, then it's,
It just goes into the, and I'm sure that it's going to go for more than that.
But let's,
I'm sure of it.
so are we comfortable with all the rest of the advertising? Because his, like I said, his $1,000 is used up on like, what, 3 of these papers?
right,
Well, not even that. His original proposal for his $1,000 was that he would list the property with any available information. You've got to give him photographs. Place signage on Route 3. Produce and place advertising on their auction
Back up,
site.
list the property? What does that mean?
MLS listing on...
Oh, real
right,
estate?
Yes,
The real
What's the
estate
exit?
thing.
Right, 'cause-
yeah, yes.
Okay, produce and place advertising on our auction site. Produce and place additional display advertising of the property at the seller's discretion, meaning we would tell him.
Where we want it, right.
And then conduct any business required to promote the property, including handling of inquiries, showings, etc. Conduct the auction sale at the time and date to be determined by the seller. Assist the town as necessary after the sale in any business matters. All that falls within his 5% commission, which would include up to $1,000. So anything over and above that, we would pay, which would come out of the proceeds.
So it sounds like if you take our $500 out for the rest of the papers, we get $1,000 left. It sounds like that should cover
Yep.
signs and posters and mailings.
yep.
Okay. Any other costs
Well, but
directly?
you didn't- Right, but you didn't hear any display advertising in the newspapers, because we would want the 4 newspapers.
Right,
There's advertising in Boston Globe, Citizen, Sun, and Union Leader and Monitor in here.
yeah,
So that's going to be at least, depending on the size, at least $100
right.
for each one.
Quite frankly, I would like to include the Echo in there. They're the only paper that gives us the time of day on the most part, and we should throw them a bone,
Yeah.
which
that's
is the
about-
wrong way for me to put it, but there you go. Not only that, but it's a widely distributed local newspaper.
Well, the Union Leader would just be the one day,
Yep.
the Sunday.
Maybe the Monitor as well, but
On Thursday, they have a special day for
Saturday, they're going to do it on Saturday. Oh,
No,
the auction.
paper- the
I see, I
newspaper.
see, I see.
There is a day that they list auctions. Okay.
So which ones is he going to pay for out of his 1,000 and which ones is he going to pay?
That does- We can
I don't
figure
think
that
can
out.
makes
figure it
any
out.
difference.
We don't need to, I think what will happen is he'll use his 1,000 first, and when everything is over and above